The recording has begun. This is day 1, week 5 of our journey together, and it's definitely a delight to have each and every one of you who are here. Remember, class is scheduled to begin at 6, and so I want you all to do a better job with coming to class on time. All right, so let us begin. Remember that as I am writing these notes, please copy them down. Write them inside a book, and once class is over, I want you to send the notes to me on my WhatsApp. If you don't know my number, let me put it inside the group. So send me your notes via WhatsApp. Number is 426-8891. So send your notes to me on that number. All right, so today is Monday, and it's so good to see you all on this holiday. So we're not gonna stay as long as we would, given that it's a holiday, but I just wanted us to have some sort of class today to be opportunistic, and that means we want to take full advantage of all the times that we have. So so we're going to dive in. All right, so today is Monday, the 1st of August 2022. The subject is definitely mathematics, and the topic for today is we're just going to be talking about zero properties. Okay, zero properties, or properties of zero. So we learned last class that zero is what? Sierra, what is zero? Zero is the what? I can't hear you. I don't know. I can't hear you. I know you. Okay.
I don't think it's the additive number.
It's something but additive, right? Additive what? The additive, Deja. Zero is the additive what?
Additive property?
No.
It's not?
No. 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 Definitely. So I have
Zero
three.
is the additive number?
No. It's something. It's the additive blank.
It's a definite number.
Yeah. It's the what?
It's a definite number.
No. I said zero is something specific. You add it.
Is it additive identity?
Yes, additive identity.
Sorry.
Oh my. Y'all have to go over your notes, So we learned that zero is additive identity. All right. What that means is that if I add anything to zero, or any number rather, to zero, I get the number in return. Right? So that's why it's called the additive identity. So if you add zero to any number, you get that number. So 0 plus 5 is still 5, 0 plus 6 is 6, and so on. So we learned last class that 0 is additive identity, which means that if I add a number to 0, I get 0 in return. But there are other properties of 0 that we will discuss in this class. All right. So the first one is multiplication by 0. Okay, so that's the first one we'll talk about. What happens when we multiply any number by 0. So the multiplication, go ahead.
Never mind.
Okay, the multiplication by 0 property basically says that for any real number a, so for any real number a, if I take that real number and I multiply it by 0, so a multiplied by 0 is going to give me what?
0.
0, very good. So a, now a represents any number. So it could be 1, 2, 3, -1, -2. If I take any number and I multiply it by 0, I get 0. Or we can switch it around and say, if I take 0 and multiply it by any number, call that number a, I am going to get 0 in return. That's the multiplication by 0 property. All right. For example, so let's do some example. So if I have 9, so let me we can, where's Altonic and Albanic?
What did you say?
Okay, so y'all using the same mic, or y'all not, or y'all are sharing it? Are y'all doing separate? Okay, using the same thing. Okay, so all right, Dylan, 9 multiplied by 0 is what?
0.
That'd be 0. Now Deja, 0 multiplied by -10.
0.
0, very good. Altonic. What if I have 312 multiplied by 0? What is that going to give me?
0.
0 in return. Very good. What if I have, this one is for Miss Johnson. What if I have, say 6 over 13, and I want to multiply that by 0. What is the answer? I could barely hear you. Say it again. I really can't hear you. I think try speaking to the mic louder.
6 over 13.
So 6 over 13 multiplied by 0 is what?
0.
0. Very good. Excellent. All right, and this one is an interesting one. I'm going to ask, who want to take this one? This is not going to be a little challenging, but I want to take this one. All right, you're going to take it? Okay. So, what if I have 0 multiplied by, I think I had it, 0 multiplied by 0 multiplied by pi. What does that give me? 0.
0.
Yes, still 0. Very good. So these are examples. So a number times 0 is 0. And 0 times any number is going to be 0. This is what you call the multiplication by 0 property. All right, that's the first one. So that's an interesting fact about 0. Anything you multiply by 0 is still 0. All right, so that's multiplication by 0. The next one is going to be, oh, let me do something else. I think this one is nice. This one is for Dylan. Sorry, Deshaun. So Deshaun, what if I have?
Wow. Okay.
What if I have this? No, for what is that?
0.
You sure? Or you just saying that because all lines is 0?
What?
What is it saying? What does this mean?
This looks like this means like 0 times 2.94.
Yes, exactly. That's exactly what it is. So remember, if we don't have the multiplication sign and they're close, that means multiplication. Okay, so it's 0. All right. All right.
Yeah, I have 0.
Yeah, of course. All right. So let's do the next one. So number 2. So that's multiplication by 0. The next one is dividing. Let's say dividing with 0. Let's say dividing with 0. And we want where 0 is the dividend. All right. So 0 is the dividend, not the divisor. All right. So all right. So this one says for any real number, let's call that real number A. So for any real number, call it A. The following holds. And what is that? Well, hey Jasmine. If we take A, that number A, and if we take 0 rather, and we divide it by that number A. So 0 divided by that number, that real number A, not pi, A. So 0 divided by A is going to be, anyone know? 0 divided by a number.
No.
It's 0. It's going to be 0. So 0 divided by any number is going to still be 0. And, or, we could write it like this. Even if we have a fraction, so if you have a fraction where the 0 is on top and the number A is at the bottom, that's still going to be given to you as 0. So that means the same thing, or both of them are saying 0 divided by A. I mean, because think about it. If I have 0 apples, right? And I want to divide that, and I want to take those 0 apples and I want to divide that into, or I want to share it among 5 people. How much will each person have?
Can you repeat it?
All right, so I have 0 apples, right? I have 0 apples. And I want to divide that or share it among 5 people.
You'll get 0 apples because ain't no apple to share.
Exactly. exactly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exactly. If I have 0 apples and I want to divide it or share it among 5 people, each person will get 0 apples because there are no apples, right? And so 0 divided by any number is still going to be 0. Okay. All right, so Claire. All right, so let's look at some examples. So examples. So Al20, can you help me with this?
Yes, sir.
0 divided by 5 is going to be what?
0.
0, very good. Jasmine, 0 divided by 16 is what?
0.
0, very good. All right, and let's try a fraction one. So what if we have, say, 0 divided by 23? Deshaun, what is that?
0.
Yes, sir, 0. What if we have, this one is for Miss Johnson. What if I have 0 divided by 312? What is that? I can't hear you.
0.
0, very good. And what if I have, this is interesting. What if I have, this is going to be funny. This one for Deja. Hello, Miss Casey. What if I have 0 divided by 9? A to the power of, sorry, a to the power of 2 x y. Yeah, that's be good enough. What is 0 divided by 9 squared xy? Deja.
Wouldn't it still be 0?
You asking me or are you telling me?
This, I don't know.
Say it again.
That's a suggestion for now.
That's a suggestion. Ciara, what you think?
It's 0.
It's 0. Very good. Confidence. Yeah. 0 divided by anything is 0. All right. All right. So that's the dividing by 0 property. Dividing with 0 property where 0 is the dividend. All right. So the 0 is the one that's on top. Okay. It's a third property. I should correct this. I have for any real number a. This should be for any real number a except for 0. So please put that in. We're gonna learn what's gonna happen when we divide by 0. So in this case, the bottom number a cannot be 0. The bottom number can't be 0. You only looking where the top number is 0. All right. In number 3, we're gonna look at what happens when the bottom number is 0. All right. All right. So let's move on to example. Sorry, dividing by 0 is the third one. Dividing with 0 but this time this is question number what? This is sorry, this example, this is the third one, 3 point. Good. So we're looking at dividing with 0, where 0 is not the divisor this time. No, sorry, not the dividend this time, but 0 is the divisor. Okay. 0 is the divisor. So for any real number a, of course, where a is not 0. So in this case, a can't be 0. Well, it doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter if a is 0. So it's the same thing would apply. So for any real number a, the following holds. So this time, we are going to see what happens when 0 is the divisor. Okay, so let's say we have 10, not 10, let's say we have 8 let's say we have a, sorry, divided by 0. Anybody think they know what's gonna happen? If we have a number divided by 0.
A over 0? Or 0 over A?
No.
0 over A?
No. A divided by 0.
A over 0?
No. There's only... Alright, anyone else? There's 2 persons inside this class who should know this answer. Because we did it yesterday.
Would it be A?
No, it wouldn't be A. Deja and Sierra, we did this yesterday.
0?
Y'all should know it. Sierra, Deja, and they quiet.
0?
No.
How not? Okay.
We did this yesterday. You forgot what I said? Remember
You said 0 is the divisor.
Remember that question with -1 divided by 0? What did we say was the answer? My.
I don't even remember that question.
Undefined. So we say that if you have a divided by 0, we call that undefined. That means in math, we have not said what the answer is. All right, it's undefined. So every time you have, if you were to try put it in the calculator would say error, right? So let me try doing it in this calculator to see what they say. So let me see if I could go on. So so calculator. So let's say we have a number 9 divided by 0. Well, they say infinity, but it's actually undefined. Let's see. Okay, let's see what they say. 9 divided by 0, and what they say, what they give us. Yeah, undefined. So you see, if we have 9 divided by 0, it's undefined. If we say 8, divided by 0, again, it's undefined. If we do 1121 divided by 0, undefined. All right. If we use another calculator, so let me do another one. So if we say 2022 divided by 0, it's undefined. If we do, say, 18 divided by 0, still undefined. So it's undefined. We have not said in math what dividing by 0 means. So it's undefined. We don't know what it is. Or in some calculators, they might say error. So let's see what this calculator is going to say. So 9 9 divided by 0 is, yeah, see this one say error. Okay, so sometimes in your calculator you might see it say error, or sometimes it might say, well, in this calculator it say error, another calculator would say syntax error or something like that, or it may just say error. I don't know if it's syntax error, but they're definitely going to say error of some sort. But if you have a more complex calculator, it could say either infinity in this case, or I'd say undefined. Okay, it's because, like we learned in this with this property, that when you divide, you take a whole number and you divide it by, or take any real number except for 0, or even if it's 0, take any whole number, any real number, any number you could think about in the world, divide it by 0, and it's still going to be undefined. So examples to this end would be, so examples, we have examples, let me, so what examples we have? So say for example, we have, I'm gonna ask Sierra to help me with this one. What if we have 21 before we do the examples, there's another way to write it. So we can say or a over 0, and a over 0 is undefined. All right, so a over 0 is undefined. So let's do an example. So Sierra, help me with this one. If we have, say, 21 divided by 0, what is that?
Undefined.
Undefined, very good. Okay, see, what if we have 19 divided by 0, what is that? Undefined, very good. Jasmine, low. What if we have say too big? What if we have 213 divided by 0?
Undefined.
Undefined, very good. And what if we have, this one is for Rashan. What if I have negative 46 divided by 0? What else are gonna be?
Undefined.
Undefined, very good. And Miss Johnson, what if we have 81? Well, not 81. Let's say we have 33.56 divided by 0. What is that? Miss Johnson.
Undefined.
Undefined. How do you pronounce your first name, Miss Johnson?
Taisha.
Taisha?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right, so that's good. So those are examples. So those are our properties for 0. Anyone can remember the first one? Sierra, what is the first property for 0 that we looked at?
Multiplication.
Yeah, and what did that say?
Okay, multiplication is for any real number A, the answer will always be 0.
The answer would always be 0. Very good. So you take any number, multiply it by 0, the answer would be 0. And then, Dylan, what was the next property? Okay. I guess Deshaun, you can answer for him then. What was the next property that we looked at?
Multiplication by 0.
That was the first one. The second one after that.
Or dividing with 0,
Dividing
where
with
the
0.
0 is the dividend.
The dividend. And what was the result of that?
When you said 0 divided by A equals 0.
Very good. So 0 divided by any number is going to be 0. So 0 multiplied by any number is 0. 0 divided by any number is going to be 0. But what happens, Deja, when we have 0 as the divisor?
When we have the 0 as the divisor, it's undefined.
It's undefined. Very good.
But I've been Googling this question because I'm really puzzled as to why it's undefined. And I'm still confused by the answer. Because they're saying something about infinity and negative infinity and all kind of stuff that I don't get.
Yeah. For at your level, the only thing you need to know is undefined. To really get it and to understand it, when and if you do something called limits. So if you do something like limits, that's what we do in calculus. So when you do calculus, and one of the topics in calculus is limits. Limits would help you to understand what we do when we have 0 at the bottom. But even that, that will just help you to make it more clearer for you. But to really get it, I don't think that's important at this stage. You just need to know that it's undefined. That's the result that we have at this moment. Because think about it. If you have it's like trying to take 21 apples and share it among 0 people, right? Like, how could you even do that?
I mean, like, if you, 0 people, so there's 0 people there. So then you have 0 apples to share. There's 0 people, so 0 people get 0 apples each. So wouldn't the answer be 0? Why is it undefined?
It wouldn't be 0. It wouldn't be 0. It's undefined. Okay, you have 21 apples. Think about it. You have 21 apples to share among 0 people. That's impossible to do. So the question itself is flawed, if you understand what I mean. Like, it's impossible to share 21 apples among 0 people. You can't say it's 0 because the question itself is impossible. How can you share 21 apples among 0 people? Think about that.
I mean, I get what you're saying, right? But at the same time, it's like this is what's going through my head. If you're sharing 21 apples with 0 people, they would get 0 each because there's no people. So that would make more sense to me. But anyway, I don't get what y'all say.
It doesn't matter. Just keep it as undefined. We haven't. The best way I'd say it is, like I said it earlier, we haven't. That's why. Okay, If something is defined, that means that you know the definition, right? You know what it is, okay? If something is undefined, then you don't know. We haven't assigned a I hate to use the word definition, but we haven't assigned a particular value to it, say, you know, so we just leave it as undefined.
So they don't have an exact number for the
No,
answer to this question?
no. So we just click it's undefined. Okay. Maybe someone later down, maybe you would be the one to to figure that out for us, but we just haven't assigned a value to it. It's undefined. It hasn't been given. It's just like when you do matrices. You ever done matrices before? Deja?
I was trying to think, but no, so I've never done that.
Okay, when you do matrices, right, you would find out that if you have two matrices that are of, say, one is an order of 2 times 2, and then the other one is an order of, say, 4 times 4, multiplication between those matrices is also undefined, right? Which means that we haven't defined a way to do it. You understand? You understand what I'm saying? Like we haven't, because mathematics is just construction. We develop methods and stuff to to accomplish certain things. And so multiplication by two matrices that are different orders, like I told you about, it's also undefined. There's a lot of things in maths that are undefined. And as you do more maths, you realize that everything doesn't give you an answer. It's kind of weird, but
Oh boy.
that's just what it is. So don't hurt your head with that. I wish I could explain that better than that, but for your level, just know it's undefined, and that answer will work for you. Okay, so let's put it all together. So let's practice. So take down this practice for me, please. Evaluate the following. Expressions. And use the zero properties that we learned, right? So evaluate the following expressions using the zero property. All right, so let's begin. So first question number 1, -7 multiplied by 0 is what? Zero divided by 21.5 0 divided by 2,100 is what? Zero multiplied by 6/14 5 0 divided by 9 over 22 0 divided by 19 equals 0 divided by n plus 5 is what? 8 multiplied by 0 number 9 0 divided by 14 number 10 0 divided by 7 x squared y, where n is not equal to 5, x and y is not equal to 0. All right, so those are your 10 questions. We're going to give you 10 minutes to answer. Sorry, it's not 10 minutes, 2 minutes to answer these questions. And the timer has begun. There's 10 of those questions. Remember the 3 properties: multiplication by 0, division by 0, where 0 is the dividend, division by 0, where 0 is the divisor. All right, that's us. All right, so let's go. So the first question goes to Albernic, what is negative 7 times 0?
0.
0. Miss Johnson, what is 0 divided by 21.5?
0.
0, very good. Jasmine, what is 0 divided by 2,100?
0.
0.
Oh my goodness, I can't believe I did this. Oh my goodness, wait, one more. One more. Wait. Add these three. I can't believe I didn't put this. So what happens when we have negative 15 divided by 0? Negative 19 divided by 0. And what happens when we have 21.4 divided by 0? Wait, one more. Let's say 14. What happens when we have x y to the power of 2? 9 divided by 0. Okay, I think we're good now. Okay, so yeah, 0 divided by that is definitely 0. What is number 4? This is for Casey. What is 0 times 6 over 14? I can't hear you.
0.
Very good, because 0 times any number is 0. Rashan, what is 0 divided by 9 over 22?
0.
Very good. Dylan, 0 divided by 19?
0.
Very good. Sierra, 0 over n plus 5? Where n is not equal to negative 5. That's why I have to say n can't be equal to negative 5. Right? Can someone tell me what would happen if n is negative 5? What would happen if n is negative 5?
I think it'll make it positive.
Well, no. If n is negative 5, think about if n was negative 5.
It'll be the same.
No. If n is negative 5, we add negative 5 to 5. What would that give us? Negative 5 plus 5 is what?
0.
0. So we'd end up having 0 over 0, and that would be undefined. So we make the criteria that n can't be negative 5, so that this could be 0. So 0 divided by that is 0 only when n is not equal to negative 5. Okay, Altwanique, what is 81 times 0?
0.
Very good. Why haven't I asked yet? Deshaun, what is 0 divided by 14?
0.
Very good. Deja, 0 over 7x squared times y.
0.
0. Sierra, negative 15 divided by 0.
Undefined.
Undefined. Very good. Miss Johnson, negative 12 divided by 0. Sorry, negative 19 divided by 0.
Undefined.
Undefined. And Jasmine, 21.4 divided by 0.
0.
Say it again.
0.
No. Remember we divide,
Undefined.
yeah, undefined. Yes, we dividing by 0 now, so it's undefined. And then 14. Casey, what is our number 14?
Undefined.
Yes, undefined. Very good. All right. Any 14 out of 14, 13 out of 14, 12?
14.
14 out of 14.
14 out of 14. Excellent.
Same.
Very good. Excellent.
14.
14. Okay, excellent. All right, remember that I want you to take a picture of the notes that you have. Take a picture of it and send it to me via WhatsApp. Remember, my number is in the chat. 426-8891. Today is a holiday, so I'm not going to keep you any longer. So have a wonderful night. Please remember that class begins tomorrow at 6 p.m. All right, so please go ahead.
Can you repeat your number one more time, please?
426-8891.
Thank you.
Okay, good. So please remember the class begins at 6 o'clock tomorrow. Please be here on time so that we could start on time. And also, please don't have me running after you for notes. Please send the notes right after the class, please. All right, whatever you have. So with that being said, have a wonderful evening. Remember, class is tomorrow at 6. All right, so take care.